Okay, hey everybody. I just got some new speakers, so since I had to set them up anyway, I figured I'd do a video on how to properly set up your speakers. Now we're going to base this off of three speakers. They're really your front, your center channel, as well as subwoofer that's in the corner. Now I've let them play for about had them for a week, so I've let them play for they probably at least got 20 hours on them. That being said, it's now time to set them up to see how great of a quality we can get. What's the best sound quality we can get? So the tips that I want to give you here is for the person that just wants to know the best way, or a better way I should say, of getting the most out of the speakers that they bought. No matter what speakers that you have, these tips here should show you how to enhance what you have. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with the subwoofer. We want to dial in the subwoofer to get the best position for that. Now I listen to music. I love to listen to music, but 90% of the time I'm going to be playing Call of Duty, and so I want to get the best sound, obviously, with that. And that is Zach, so you might see him running around here, here and there. But anyway, so I'm going to let you see the room, which is an average size room. And as I said, there's no rear speakers. So we really got a 3.1 setup. Now the speakers that we're using are your Bauer & Wilkins CM8 is what they are. Let's see if I can get a closer view on that. And the subwoofer that we're going to be using is actually a Martin Logan. I think it's a Dynamo 700 is what it is. And then the receiver that we have going there that's powering everything is a Pioneer Elite VSX 50. So that gives you an idea of what the audio system is. Alright, so let's get started. Ran into a problem here. Gonna need an extension cord, so let's hang tight. Okay, I'm back. Got an extension cord, got everything plugged in. We should be good now. Now what I did was I placed the subwoofer, and by the way, it's a Dynamo 500. But anyway, I from Martin Logan, I placed the subwoofer where I typically will be sitting. So this will allow us to get find the best spot to put the subwoofer normally. So anyway, next step is to find some type of audio track that has a good consistent bass, and I have that queued up already. What I am going to do though is I'm actually going to disconnect the other speakers. Now if you're doing this, just make sure that your speaker wires don't touch. And you might notice that I'm disconnecting two cables from each speaker, and that's because these speakers are bi-amped. The VSX 50 Pioneer Elite allows you to bi-amp, and what bi-amping is basically using two amplifiers to power one speaker. That has a couple benefits. The overall benefit is it gives you a better sound than what you would, if you were just running one cable using one amplifier. In my case, obviously I'm looking for the better sound, but the CM8s are actually pretty power hungry. The VSX 50 isn't the best amplifier to use with this. So for right now, I'm trying to get all the power that I can, and having two amplifiers running one speakers helps me to do that. So we're gonna go ahead and play some Beyonce that happens to have a deep bass track in the beginning here. In case you wonder how I'm making this work, is through AirPlay. AirPlay using the iPad. The VSX 50 has that built in. what I'm doing is I'm turning up some levels so I get the most bass out of it. And what I'm going to do is, after I get it going here, I'm going to walk around the room and just listen for which area that's practical, I should say, has the best sound, or the highest bass, and that's where I want to place the subwoofer. So I'm going to do that now. Pause that for a second. So this area here, actually right about here, has the highest level of bass so far. So we want to keep that a middle note on this area. So I want to continue with that. I'm going to rewind a little bit. The second best area in this room would be right here. Now this is a little walkway, so I'm not going to put it here, and it's just easier to get to the corner. So I would say we're going to go with this corner. Actually, you know what? That corner did definitely increase the bass, but not as strong as this, and it's kind of a tie between the two of those, I should say. So I'm going to go ahead and place the subwoofer here, and that's that for the sub. Actually, what I'm going to do for a second, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get it there. Once I get it there, then I'm going to actually play with it a little bit more. You should be able to even just listen in that area, or feel even the back of the ports. The air out of the ports will accelerate when you get a sweet spot, or a spot in a room that just is, more a humping bass, I should say. So I'm going to go just listen to it for a second. So it's definitely that corner. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and move so over to that corner. Okay, so we're going to go ahead now, play that again, and this should now be the area with the highest bass. So yeah, without a doubt, that's a lot of bass. I moved it about 3 inches, which is probably a little too much to move it at once, but I just wanted to see how that worked out. Okay, so we have our subwoofer placement. So I want to go ahead and count that as our subwoofer placement. Now, what I can do is dial that in just a little bit more, but with the bass, you pretty much it's usually a wide hump or wide area that you can actually get that will be the best for you to get the most bass out of, I should say.